In the next 10 minutes, I will show you how to build a Telegram bot that can receive and reply to messages using make.com with zero code. This is the foundation for AI bots, notification bots, and automations. We're keeping this simple but practical. By the end of this video, you will have a Telegram bot. It will receive messages and it will automatically reply to all the messages using make.com. First, open Telegram by going to web.telegram.org, and then what you need to do is you need to search for botfather in here, and you need to start a new conversation with this botfather. And on the screen you will see a lot of options that you can choose from. So the option that we need to choose is new bot. So you have two options. You can either click on this hyperlink or you can type new bot in the chat. So if we select new bot in here, then it will give us some steps that we need to follow. So what we need to do first is we need to provide a name for this bot. So we can say test and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be the name of our bot. And then we need to choose a username for our bot. You need to make sure that the username is unique. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up with a unique username that doesn't exist in the Telegram database. And I will call it AI and Automations Test 2. And then let's see if this is available. Okay, so we actually need to add a suffix which is _bot towards the end. So let's do that and try again. Our Telegram bot has been created successfully, and you can see that this is the Telegram handle that we can use to interact with the bot. And this is actually the username that we provided. And in here you will find something that's very important, and this is the token that gives us HTTP access to our chatbot. So this is very important, and you need to keep this token secure, because anyone who has access to this token can basically manage the bot, and they can read all the messages if they want to. They can delete the bot, they can do anything that they like with the bot. So what we can do now is we can actually test our bot. So what we can do is we can basically click on this hyperlink. So once we are here, what we need to do is we need to click on this start button to start a new conversation with our chatbot. And you can see that now we don't get any responses back. So we sent this /start command, but we didn't get any reply. And this is expected because we haven't implemented any logic to say, okay, I've received the message, now I want to reply to this message. Now head over to make.com, and if you don't have an account in make.com, you can click on the link down below in the description. It's completely free to sign up, and you also get 10,000 free operations per month. And you can use those free operations to create as many scenarios as you like. So once you sign in to make.com, what you need to do is you need to click on scenarios on the left hand side in this menu, and then you need to hit the button to create a new scenario. So what we're going to do next is we're going to use two different modules and make sure that we can receive the messages from our Telegram bot, and also we add another module which will be used for sending messages back to the people who are chatting with the chatbot. So in here you can type Telegram, and then you will see a bunch of modules which you can choose from. So click on this button which is show more, and then let's find the component that we need, and this component is called watch updates. So here it is. So triggers when there is a new update from Telegram. So this is exactly what we need. And once you click on it, then you will have an option to create a webhook. So click on this button, and then this is going to create a webhook for you. So you can say, you can give it any name that you like. So I will call it AI and Automations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you need to create a Telegram connection. So in here you need to basically click on this add button. In here what you need to do is you need to paste the token that we got when we created our Telegram bot, and once you do that you need to hit the save button. So now what you need to do is you need to click on the save button, and at this point we can actually test our scenario. And what we can do is we can we can click on this button to run this once. So now what we can do is we can send a message to our bot in Telegram, and then we can check if this message will be received by our make.com scenario. So let's say hi, and then we can go back to our scenario and see if we've received this message. So you can see that our scenario was triggered successfully in make.com, and we got one message. So if you click on this plus button here, then you will see when this message was actually received and what the message actually contains. So this confirms that make.com can now receive messages. Now let's add another module, and then this module will be used for sending messages back to our users. So what you need to do is you need to click on this plus button, and again it's going to give you an option to choose which module you want to add. So in this case we want to use another module from Telegram. And then in here we need to pick the first option, which is send a text message or a reply. And now what we need to do is we need to populate all the mandatory fields. So there's two mandatory fields. The first one is chat ID, and then the second one is text. So what you need to do is you need to click in this text box, and then you will be presented with a lot of options that you can choose from. And in this case we need to go to the message object, and then we need to expand the chat inside, and from here we need to pick the chat ID. So once we have selected the chat ID, then step number 2 is to actually populate the text field. So in this case we can either reply with the same message that we got, or we can just hard code it with a static message. Say for example we can just type message received, and this is the text that will be sent every time someone sends a message to our bot. And once we do that, then the next step is to actually save this component and then save the scenario. Click run once again, and then let's send another message to our bot. Let's send the word hi again, and now it replies automatically. You can see that our scenario was triggered successfully in make.com, and obviously we also received this message. This is the base for everything: AI Telegram bots, alert systems, price trackers, support bots. If you understand this flow, you can build much more advanced bots. In the next video, we can add AI replies, commands, or connect this to Google Sheets or other APIs. If this helped, like the video and subscribe to the channel, and comment what kind of Telegram bot you want to build.